Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Akbar Rizky Putra. So in the final term project, I will explain about deep structure. Deep structure refers to the abstract form of a sentence, basically what's going on in our mind before we actually speak or write something. Think of it this way: whenever we see something or experience an event, we don't just immediately talk about it. We'll take a moment, the process in our minds. That internal process where our brain start analyzing, organizing the meaning, and planning what we want to say. That's deep structure. So deep structure is all about the underlying meaning and mental structure of a sentence before it's turned into actual words. For we move to next is surface structure. If deep structure is what happened in our mind, surface structure is the final result, the actual sentence that we speak or write. So after our brain finishes processing the idea and organizing the meaning, we finally say it out loud or write it down. And this is the surface structure. It's the grammatical and fully formed version of the sentence, the one people heard or read. In short, deep structure happens in shape, and surface structure is what comes out. Well, we next to syntax diagram. Now, let's take a look at the syntax tree. The sentence, "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog," is a classic example because it includes every letter in the alphabet, but more importantly here, it shows how syntax structure works in the sentence. At the very top, we have S, which stands for sentence. It's divided to two main components, NP non-pras and VP for pras. Let's break down the NP. On the left, it starts with a determiner, which is the, followed by an adjective phrase, quick, brown, and ends with a noun, which is fox. The whole chunks, the quick brown fox, is our subject. Moving on the VP, or the verb phrase, the main verb is jumps. Then we see prepositional phrase starting with the preposition over, followed by another noun phrase, the lazy dog. This second NP structure similarly a determiner the, an adjective lazy, and a noun dog. Well, we next take a look with this syntax tree. For a slightly more complex sentence, the girl who is wearing a red dress in dancing. Just like before, we start from the top with a sentence. We stand for sentence. It branches into the main phrase, NP noun phrase, and VP for phrase. On the NP side, we have the girl, where the is the determined and girl is the noun. But here's where it's get interesting. This noun is followed by a relative clause, introduced by who. What is why? That's why we have RP, relative pronoun, pointing to its own mini sentence under S. Inside the relative clause, we see a new NP which adjusts the pronoun who, and VP is wearing a red dress. The verb phrase is broken down to auxiliary verb is, main verb wearing, adjective phrase a red dress. Sorting entire chunk, who is wearing red dress. Give extra information about the girl. Then we move the main VP, which is dancing. This consists of an auxiliary verb is and the main verb dancing. So if we put it all together, the sentence is, the girl who is wearing a red dress is dancing. At the first glance, the sentence looks simple, but actually it's example of syntaxis ambiguity, where one sentence can have more than one interpretation based on its structure. Let's break down with what we seen in this tree. Starting from the top, we have S, which split into NP and VP. The NP is just Jevano or subject. Then we go to the VP or verb plus. The verb is saw. After that, we have more complex NP, which includes the Yehezkelia and then a professional pras with the telescope. So according to these three, the pras with the telescope is connected to the NP, meaning Jevano saw the Yehezkelia who had the telescope. Well, in the next generation syntax, she believes that the earth is round. Here we have another interesting sentence. She believes that the earth is round. Again, we start at the top with S. The sentence is split into NP and VP. The NP is very simple here, just the pronoun she, which acts as the subject. Moving to VP or verb plus, we have the verb believes followed by a complement clause. This is introduced by complementizer, that which connects the main sentence to the embedded one. So what does she believe? She believes the sentence, the earth is round. That whole part is another full sentence. Nested inside the main one, we can see this embedded sentence also follow a full sentence structure. NP the earth with the as the determinant and earth as the noun. VP is round, where is the auxiliary verb, and round is the adjective. The house where I grew up has been demonized. At the top, as always, we start with the S, the full sentence which break to NP and VP. The non-pras is the house with the as determiner and has the noun, but this noun is followed by a relative clause introduced by the relative pronoun where this is so under RP, which point to another embedded sentence. In that embedded S, we have the subject I, and the verb plus grow up. So the plus where I grew up is giving us extra information about the house. It tells us which house we are talking about, the one the speaker grew up in. Then we move to the main verb plus, which shows a passive voice construction. Has its auxiliary verb been another auxiliary? Demolish main verb in past participle form. So I think it's enough, and thank you.